Within the current canon, we've seen that there's a clear corrupting element present within Lord Momin's mask. In the Darth Vader comic, the mask has corrupted everyone from Imperial officers, magma troopers, native Mustafarians, and even a lava flea. The mask of the ancient Sith Lord may have even attempted to corrupt Darth Vader at one point as well. We've also seen that Momin's mask didn't necessarily have to physically be on a person or creature to be affected by its corrupting influence. The Lando comic showed that 2 Imperial Royal Guards and 2 warriors were corrupted simply from being within the same room as the mask and looking into its glowing red eyes. But the information about Lord Momin from both the Lando and Vader comics brings up the possibility that the ancient Sith Lord's influence on the galaxy didn't end with the Jedi attack on his superweapon. In this video expose, I will explain why it's likely that there's much more to Momin's story prior to his efforts in designing Vader's Mustafar castle, with the possibility that he corrupted the entire ancient Sith Order. From what we've seen in the Vader comic regarding the story of Lord Momin, it appears that his attempt to create his dark side masterpiece through his superweapon failed through the efforts of a Jedi strike team. His mask was then taken into possession by the Jedi Order, where it was kept within a secret chamber for millennia until it was recovered by Sidious and Vader following Order 66. But the end of Lord Momin's story in issue number 22 of the Vader comic doesn't necessarily mean the end of Momin's direct influence on the galaxy, where the mask would lay dormant in the Jedi Temple for generations. As the story ends, we see one of the Jedi Masters who thwarted Momin's plans with his superweapon staring into the eyes of the mask, ending with the infamous red eyes coming to life. From what we've seen within the Lando comic, there's little question that this symbolized the corruption of this Jedi, and possibly even the Jedi standing behind him as well, just as Alexan was corrupted in this manner. Therefore, the story of Lord Momin from the Vader comic doesn't really end with the defeat of his superweapon, but rather, a new stage begins in Momin's influence on the galaxy through the corrupting nature of his mask. While a story showing these 2 corrupted Jedi being unleashed on the galaxy, potentially under the will of Lord Momin, would be awesome, the canon has also created the possibility that Momin's mask didn't just stop at these Jedi who attacked his superweapon. Momin could have very well corrupted the entire ancient Sith Order. In issue number 4 of the 2015 Lando comic, an antiquities expert named Corin Purs revealed the fascinating history of the ancient Sith, particularly as it relates to Lord Momin and the potential corruption of his mask. Corin is a great character. Exceptionally intelligent, she formerly served as a Sava at the renowned University of Barleth. Importantly, Corin was an expert on many types of antiquities and ancient cultures that related to the Jedi. But her work involving the ancient Jedi also brought her into contact with information regarding the ancient Sith. Following the corruption of the 2 Royal Guards and Alexan within the Lando comic, Corin immediately remembered her prior research. She told Lando that at different points in her research, she came across not just one, but multiple tales that suggested a common connected theme: the idea that the ancient Sith had somehow become corrupted, or were connected to the idea of corrupting others. The fascinating element here is that Corin doesn't limit the corruption to a single Sith Lord, or even a group of them, but the Sith as a whole, suggesting a potential that the entire Order was corrupted. Following Lord Momin's defeat and the destruction of his superweapon, we could very well see the beginning of a new age for the Sith, one that began with the corruption of 1 or 2 Jedi and then grew into the corruption of the entire Sith Order. Momin's influence on the galaxy may not have ended with his superweapon, and following his defeat, the ancient Sith Lord may have chosen a new path to create his dark side masterpiece, one that necessitated the corruption of every living Sith. So there we have it, why it's possible Lord Momin corrupted the entire ancient Sith Order. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel, or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... for the University of Barleth.